Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sandy with Mimi's Abundant Life. I do hope everyone is having a wonderful day today. It's a little cloudy here, but I'm going to make the most of it. I have lots of things going on today. I decided to do a video on windowsill gardening. Not everyone has a large patio or a garden, or they just are not physically able to garden. And I just wanted to give some ideas on how to garden in your home on a windowsill, or if you have a tiny balcony, and just give you some ideas so that you can take part in something. It's a wonderful hobby. It really is. So these are some of the things that I'm going to be planting for my herb garden. I do succession planting so that I always have something growing. But I do have a garden, but I'm going to start these indoors and then maybe move them outdoors. But you can do this on an open windowsill or in the sun if it's still cold where you are. As long as your plants get enough sunlight and some fertilizer, and you water them properly, like once or twice a week, and you don't over flood them, they're going to do fine. And with the price of everything going up nowadays, it's kind of silly to be using the gas in your car to run to the store because you need some parsley or some basil. You can grow it yourself, and it doesn't have to be a full-blown homestead garden, okay? So these are some of the things that I am going to be doing. I got this large leaf Italian basil, and this grows so easily, and the leaves are very large. It's very fragrant. It's very flavorful. And I received this, I got this from Amazon. I couldn't find basil leaves one time last year, so I bought a bunch of seeds. Okay, so that's one. And I always got to have my parsley. Parsley is great in salads. It's great in omelets. You could sprinkle it on top of some mashed potatoes or baked potato. Okay, so always got to have your parsley. It's good if you're making your own spaghetti sauce. Lavender. I just think that it is going to be a very fragrant and beautiful addition to any herb gardeners. You're going to want to get some lavender seeds. Okay. And then for the folks that like cilantro, you could also do some cilantro. And this grows the same way parsley would. Make sure you label it if you're doing your parsley so you know the difference. I know the difference in the leaves, but if you haven't done this before, you might get a little mixed up when it comes time to harvest them. So try to know the difference in the leaves, okay? And if you can't label. The next thing you can add is green onions. Now, these are phenomenally flavorful, and they grow quickly. They don't need a lot of care. And what you do is you would chop all the green and all the white and leave the root and replant them. So you plant your seeds once and you can keep getting new green onions over and over, and they are great in any dish. Again, I'm thinking mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, omelets, a quiche. You just want to do a stir fry. You could throw it in with some fried rice or some chicken or some shredded pork or something. This is really, really, really a great product, vegetable to have. And another thing would be oregano. Now, oregano, they say it comes back year after year. I have not had that experience because I didn't know that and just tossed the plant away at the end of last season. So now I have to start all over again, but I don't mind. Again, oregano, very flavorful. It's very healthy for you. There's a lot of medicinal purposes for oregano. So this is something else that you might want to add to your little herb garden, your little windowsill garden. So you might be saying, okay, well, how am I going to do this? Well, these are some dollar store containers that I use sometimes for planting. on my windowsill, and sometimes, you know, I have another set for storage, food storage and things like that. All you have to do is, I think you get like 4 of these or 3 for $1. Okay, excuse me, $1.25 at Dollar Tree. And you could just poke some holes in the bottom, okay, because you're always going to have your drainage. They fit beautifully on a windowsill, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how this works. Look at, see? So you're going to poke some holes in the bottom of it for proper drainage. You're going to put in indoor potting soil. You want it for indoors. If you're doing it just indoors. If you want to, if you have a little terrace or something where you can just put your plants outside, you can use regular potting soil. But in the house, if I'm going to keep something in the house, I use indoor potting soil, because you have a much lower possibility of getting gnats, like little fruit flies that they just generate in the soil. So I learned the hard way that when you're going to plant indoors, use indoor soil. Okay, you could actually start the seeds in these. You could leave it in here, because actually this is deep enough for herbs. Even the green onions, I believe. Maybe if you could get one a little deeper, it would be better. But I think that these would work great. And you could just line up all your windowsills with these beautiful plants. And you'll be able to go over to your windowsill as you're cooking and pick what you need to go into your recipe or your dish, to garnish it, to flavor it. And an open window, if it's warm enough, I'd say if it's over 65 or so, 68, and it's, you know, open the window, let them get some air, keep them in the sunlight if you can. Now, mine are like little babies. Sometimes I move them around from one windowsill to another. You could do grow lights to start them off. But at this time of year, the sun is getting stronger, so I don't think you're going to need grow lights, maybe for a couple weeks to get them off to a good start. And like I said, you can just go to the Dollar Tree, or you can look around your kitchen. Sometimes we have plastic containers that they don't look that healthy, but, you know, we don't want to really use them, but, you know, us women, we don't want to throw anything away. So we hang on to them. So in something like this, I would poke like 3 or 4 holes in it for drainage. And this one I would do 1 or 2. And you could also, if you have a paper dish or something, cut to size, or you could put the cover to this underneath it to catch any drainage. But you're not going to be overwatering them, so it's not going to be, you're not going to have floods. But that would be another way to make use of the covers as well. I don't know if you are subscribed to my channel or not. If you've already joined my community, I hope that you do. You're not obligated to, but we'd love to add you to our community. And you can do that by tapping the icon bell, and also giving me a thumbs up for this video and a comment below. If you're new to my channel, please introduce yourself. I'd love to say hi to you and give you a shout out. I hope that everyone has a blessed day today. And if you think you can't garden indoors or in a tiny space, think again. Because windowsill gardening could just be what you need. I hope you have a blessed day, and God bless you. Bye-bye.